Hi friends, welcome back to Playworld, bringing you some more Heroes of the Storm. Today we're doing a Nova video, and we're going to try to do Scout Nova, high damage, not as much burst potential, but it's a lot of fun and you give your enemies a lot to think about.
Locked and loaded.
Welcome to the Dragonshire. Enemy team Karazhan, Kael'thas, Gasol, Sylvanas, and Thrall. Friendly team Tyrael, Karazhan, Meswinen, Sonya, and Nova. Alright, so the idea behind this build, at least in my mind, the concept is that we want to be like an Amazon, if you will, pardon the skin, in the jungle. And basically, instead of being like the normal Nova, who plays a lot like Zeratul, stalking behind enemy lines, waiting for that perfect opportunity to strike, I want to have constant harassment, constant poking, and just keeping the enemy reminded that about the fact that there is a Nova on the enemy team, and I gotta be scared and worried about it. So I guess we're gonna go gank top, because that's the most possibility for us to get a kill early on. Let's go ahead and do that. Looking at the enemy teammates, Kael'thas, Sylvanas, and Karazhan are good targets, although Karazhan are very slippery, so we're gonna have to be careful about that. First time we're going to be picking up is going to be Psyop's rangefinder, increases Snipe's range and lowers the cooldown. The reason why we're picking this is precisely because of the fact that it's going to let us use the Snipe more often, as well as basically land it from further away. We're not going to be having as much burst damage as in other setups, because we don't have that snipe damage from Cloak, and we're not going holo decoy or pinning shot, so of course we're going to be a little bit lower, but we should be able to do quite a little bit of damage. Great engage here from Sonya. Let's go ahead and engage there on Thrall. We actually whiffed the first snipe of the game. Devastating. But it looks like she manages to get away there, no problem. So it gives you our ability. Sniper's or Q ability is a skill shot. It actually has quite a bit of range and does quite a little bit of damage. And you can see with this build, I can actually stay in lane for a little bit, because the enemy team knows that as long as I am sort of like lurking here in the shadows, I am going to be a problem for them. So I'm actually going to throw a decoy over the wall just so I can get a little bit of vision there in case I need the opportune time to engage. Kael'thas getting a little bit of position, but of course I don't want to be in the bush because they know that Nova might be hiding there, so we're just going to keep in range. When I see an opening, I'm going to try to dive in here. But of course, the enemy team having a really, really great poke potential. I'm just going to go in there and walk up a little bit, but of course the shrines are popping up, so I got to keep an eye on that. Maybe a gank of Gasol might be more beneficial. I'm going to let them know there is danger as I head down to the bottom lane to try to help out our friendly Asmodon. And since he's going to definitely secure that shrine, maybe we want to injure this Gasol a little bit. Maybe the laser will start coming out here. Here comes the laser. Boom! A great snipe. Tons of damage. So let's make sure we're scooping shooting. And here comes the dunk. Come on, baby. Give me a good dunk. I want to see it. It does not look like the dunk is going to happen today as Gasol does drop another mine. We're just going to sit here. And actually, oh, this is actually really, really bad. Get out of the way. Oh, the turret. I don't know if the bullet goes through the wall. I don't believe it does. Later on it would, but I figured, you know what, let's try it just in case. I'm going to turn to the middle because Sylvanas is denying our Tyrael here. This is not the only thing we want. Let's go ahead and start attacking. Wait for the Banshees to come out, and then just shoot her point blank to scare her off. Again, the point is not to get a kill, just to make sure she's going back. As you can see, not enough damage there for us to actually do that. Tyrael should back away. He's really, really low on health. I don't like this at all, but I will stay here in case she comes back. Next time we're going to be picking up is Snipe Performance Mana versus Heroes. It's going to allow us to basically have more sustain, something we desperately need as I head to the top lane. I warn Tyrael that it's scary. They definitely need my help in securing this, so let's make sure we do exactly that. Let's go ahead and go in the flank. We're going to leave a holy decoy right here. Not a great engagement, but we actually want to go in Kael'thas. He's going to allow us to snipe him point blank, and that should be a kill as we're going to sit here and auto attack. Then turning our attention to Thrall. He's going to try to run away. 2 seconds on the snipe. 1 second. And because we have a higher cooldown, boom! Almost there. 700 damage. Not quite enough. But Sonya going in for the slam on the gate. Does not pick up the kill. Really, really close. Let's go ahead and actually drop a holy decoy right behind to get a little bit of vision. We should be able to secure that shrine as I make my rotation back to the bottom, because Gasol in an advanced position might be trying to contest that, or Tyrael might need some help here with Sylvanas. It looks like he is going to be just fine. I am going to begin to auto-attack her just to scare her off. You can see that she turns. I'm actually just going to grab the Dragon Knight myself, because he is zoning for me. That is going to be a perfect opportunity to do it. And now we can actually advance here in the middle lane with impunity. Even swing one time at Sylvanas just to let her know we know what's up. And this should be good enough to start doing some damage here. Remember, the first Dragon Knight, very, very weak. Some high MMR players will advocate to actually not even bother to support it, but instead split pushing us. If you can get 4 towers to do that, it'll be a little bit better. It looks like my friendly teammates are coming here to support me in some capacity. Of course, Karazhan smartly staying on the top lane to at least soak, and that we're going to burn this girl and then kick her, which might actually get the kill. Oh, it was really close, but we actually do whiff there, the kick. And now we're just going to leave fire. Remember, the fort is the #1 priority. This tower will fall eventually to minions if this fort is not here. And we're just going to continue to blanket that with a little bit of fire and auto-attacking here. The next time we're going to pick up at level 7 is going to be Explosive Round. Snipe deals an extra damage in an area. Really cool, 2 cool things about that. It allows you to shoot basically through minions. Not really. It allows you to shoot a little bit through minions, so you're going to be able to basically hit a minion next to the enemy hero, and he'll still take a little bit of damage. And it also allows you to do a lot of AoE against the enemy team when they're bunched up, which are both great things. Let's go ahead and engage here. We're actually going to snipe Kel'Thuz and then walk away, just to let him know that we're here. What I want to do is have him disengage. It looks like we're going to go in here, and here comes a snipe. Wham! Oh, we actually whiffed that one, sadly, and we're going to get exploded on. Great dunk by Aspen. I don't want to get baited. I feel like this enemy team is being a little too aggressive, which might mean they might have somebody in the bush waiting for us, but for now we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and head here into the bush to make sure we see what's going on. It looks like this Aspen knows exactly what's up, so let's go ahead and just ping him. Hit him a couple times. And then just snipe him that time. We can land them sometimes when we want to. It looks like we do take that middle fort. Now I'm going to go ahead and recall a little bit to get this healing well. And then make a rotation top. Let's make sure I inform Aspen that I'm no longer going to have his back. Although I'm actually going to come in here and shoot Garrison one time in the butt for good measure. As I did slow him down. And now Tyrael going really deep. I do not think it's worth the chase. But they don't have a fort. So this is actually diveable a little bit. As we're going in here. And not really. Alright. Actually, if you get a recall right there, I'm just going to shoot you. Because that's just mean and rude. Alright, now I'm going to make my way to the bottom lane because my top Corey is gone and now Sylvanas is going to get the kill right here on Aspen. And I am going to slow her down, but this is actually not great. I do a lot of damage. I will soften those guys up, but I can't really out-damage her in a 1v1 fight yet. Particularly because I don't have that burst. Normally, you could sort of just jump in there and win the fight outright by basically bursting him down before she can do anything about it. Right now, I'm not in the position to do that, so we're just going to back away. As you can see, this also allows us to basically snipe a little bit. All these guys get softened up a little bit better than normal Noah. You're still not one to be, like, soloing stuff. You don't really want to be in lane, but it allows us to basically cover up our deficiencies a little bit. Looking at stats real quickly, we are slightly behind in damage on our team at 6,300. Sonya jumping to 7,000 as she's engaging here in the top lane against the enemy Thrall. Those pick up the kill there. Kel'Thuz basically biding his time to get a kill. I'm going to try to make my way over there. At level 10, we're grabbing triple tap just because it's hilarious, and Kel'Thuz seems to be a lot out of position, so we're going to try to do that now. So we're a little bit behind in damage, which is to be expected, but look at this great positioning from the Monk. Actually, let's go ahead and get here on Kel'Thuz. I'm actually just going to triple tap him. Could not do it. We're going to break the gate, though, and that last hit almost picks up the kill, but really not enough. That was a little bit sloppy on my part, and I do miss that snipe again. Oh, man, I am rusty with Noah. I should warm up before I do these. I'm like, I'm going to do a funky build with Noah. Let me just, whatever, right now. All right, it looks like Thrall is there. Sylvanas on the bottom lane counter-pushing. As well as Kel'Thuz, I would imagine, who did not appear in the top lane. It looks like we're going to try to make our way here through the middle. We do see a little turret there from Gaslow. And the first thing that I want to do is, of course, throw a little Holy Deco right there to make sure that this is relatively safe. And then we're going to jump in here at an angle to make sure that if Kel'Thuz is right there, the range is going to have to be maxed. We see him on the map, though, so we're fine. For the moment being, we will capture the middle shrine, the bottom shrine. And then I'm going to go here, shoot these guys with a snipe, soften them up a little bit, make sure I get that region orb, kill the last guy who's a little bit weak, and now that should be able to sort itself out. It looks like the enemy team actually grabbing these mercs right here in the bottom lane, so they might be coming really, really soon. It looks like Sylvanas is right there. Let's go ahead and get there just to interrupt long enough for us to grab the Dragon Knight. Backing up now, and, well, this is a really, really scary push, so I need to defend it to a certain degree. I think they're going to try to counter push. For the moment being, I'll just sit here and auto attack. He uses 7-sided strike. Even though it wasn't in it, that's an interesting thing to do. And I just sit here and auto attack him for days. He really is not concerned about my damage. I don't have enough sustain to actually worry him. But for now, the main thing I want to do is just basically make sure I clear these guys out because we do not want this pushing. Without their healer, though, the enemy team not doing great up ahead, although we do lose our Asmodean as well. Let's go ahead and snipe him one more time. So you can see that we've kind of turned the tide. We don't really want to stay here and engage with him. But we do have a triple tap coming on, and that's going to force him to go way back. And can we get the max range snipe? I don't think we can, but that's quite alright. Alright, let's go ahead and drop a Hella Decoy there. I can't believe I am siege defending with Nova, but, this is what it is. Go ahead and clear those guys out. That should be enough for the turret, even though it only has a couple bullets to deal with. And I can actually back away. We do have 10,000 hero damage. Most of that is because we've been sitting there sort of auto-attacking Karazim as he was absentee from that fight. Don't really know what our teammates did. I think they got a couple towers, which is really good. In the bottom lane, we're still basically pretty secure in the enemy team. We did get this fort, and of course now this big push on the top. So the next thing we want to do is make sure we get a couple picks. This is not good. We're going to try to basically make it in here. Maybe Tyrael can stall. He does look like they grab our giants. But now that great judgment, we're going to be able to basically slow him down. Oh, and we're actually almost going to get Gravitron Bomb, but they get a little cocky. And we get stunned, sadly, which means we're actually not going to be able to save him. It looks like Tyrell does explode. He almost explodes in Sylvanas. And there we go. We pick up the kill on Gastel. However, I am not enjoying this guy, and I missed the snipe point blank because really I need to warm up for reals. Alright, let's go ahead and head to the top lane. As it looks like they are pushing on this fort, and that is not looking very good. The next time we're going to be picking up is going to be Advanced Cloaking, better move speed and health regen while cloak. Again, we're going for that sustain build. So let's go ahead and engage here really deeply on Arthas, taking a lot of damage he is. Great Sundering, almost picks me up, but Karasim able to follow through with a kill. Go ahead and leave a holo decoy there and go home because we're very, very low. And a living bomb would just blow us up immediately. So let's just go ahead and recall real quick. Stats-wise, we're now at top damage in our team of 12,000. However, Thrall with 21,000 damage at the 10-minute mark. Thrall's doing a ton of damage. I don't think he's being checked too much. 5 kills to 6, though. So that means our Sonya and our Karasim have been able to basically out-heal through that. You can see here on 27,000. That's actually really, really big. We're able to help her out here, clearing these out. The enemy Karasim at 2,000. It looks like he's going straight damage build. It does, which I would strongly advise against. Let's go ahead and just do a little bit of damage. He looks like he wants to do his laser, and I'm just going to triple tap him for good measure. He can run all he wants. Oh, it looks like he does survive, though. Really, really close. Again, you don't have that burst because we don't have the extra damage from Snipe, which makes it a little regrettable, but we should be able to sneak in here and grab that Dragon Knight before anything sketchy happens. It looks like the enemy team does secure the bottom shrine, though. And now here comes the engagement on Thrall. Great jump there by Illidan. Let's go ahead and throw that Snipe. Thanks to that area damage, we're able to do a ton of damage. I'm actually going to throw the pinning shot right there on Sylvanas. She does silence us, but not a big deal because we pick up the kill with an auto attack. And now Karasim by himself in the bottom lane looks to be holding stuff. Let's go ahead and walk around. Maybe I'll suggest my teammates that you ping that. I would imagine that he's gonna push. So I'm just gonna never mind this Gastel, and he definitely sees me. So now I'm gonna try to walk away and juke these guys. Because for the most part, I can't really phase them both together. So for the moment being, we do get the fort in the top lane. Let's go ahead and throw a holo decoy right there. It looks like there is a turret. Sadly, my little decoy person shot the turret, so now they know I'm definitely here. But we should be able to grab this, and that's what in a good position to secure that Dragon Knight will be a huge deal. That's we're going to make our way over here and try to gank this Karasim. He's actually ungankable at the moment. He does have 7-sided strike, better keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and put a holo decoy right there, shoot him twice in succession, and just basically punish him a little bit, make sure he knows what's up. He's going to leave. We're not going to chase because 7-sided strike could straight up kill us after a couple hits. Then we're going to rejoin our friends in the top lane. The next time we're going to be picking up is going to be Railgun. Snipe penetrates through enemies, and its cooldown is reduced. So now remember that area damage. Now everybody's going to get the same area damage. It's really, really powerful. And of course, the cooldown reduced is something that we're trying to work in conjunction so we can keep shooting Snipe. Another talent there that I would have picked that I think would be a great choice is maybe, let's go ahead and just triple tap her. Because Thrall's going to get in the way. And he might get shot. They also get Daskavold. It was just a good opportunity. I don't actually pick up any kills there. Do pick up some damage. That is not a good idea, my friend. I think we should not do that. We should get a kill on that Karasim if we can. I need a little bit of help though. Oh, can I make it there in time? We're gonna be able to shoot him. Here comes the pinning shot. Here comes the holy decoy straight ahead of us, just so we can get a little bit of vision. And now 2, 1. Sniped! Oh, not quite enough. That's, again, the problem with the build. We don't have that burst potential, so we let people get away, sadly. We're not picking up armor-piercing rounds or that first ambush snipe. Really, really hurts your burst damage, which is definitely something that you should regret as Nova, because you should be able to pick up that Garrison, you know, if you do everything right. I got 2 auto attacks off a snipe and a pinning shot, and it just wasn't enough. It wasn't even top damage. He did manage to heal himself at the top, but there at the end. But for now, we're doing solid damage, 21,000. Still shy of the 34,000 from Kael'thas, but he is Kael'thas, so I'm not going to complain too much. As we go in here, let's go ahead and just snipe these guys. Look at all that damage on the actual siege, which I'm actually doing 33,000 siege damage. That, to me, is impressive as Nova. Looks like there's a big team fight ensuing here. Great judgment. We're going to just sit here and sniper, throwing out a holy decoy ahead of us so we can get a little bit of vision. Can I get the little pinning shot? It looks like Thrall going really deep. I'm going to go ahead and pinning shot right here, and then snipe just to make sure I'm poking him a little bit. Trying to juke this Kael'thas. I know he's going to try to gravity lapse, and then we come back. Great dunk from Massive, and I'm basically splitting them up, doing a little bit of damage. I'll just go ahead and penetrate shot there to do a little bit of poke damage, and this is where the build starts to shine, ladies and gentlemen, because we can actually shoot through the wall. We take a lot of damage to this Phoenix, completely blowing me up. And now we just want to get a good opportunity to jump in here. It looks like that enemy gas are really, really low. I also step into a mine because I'm terrible at this game. Let's go ahead and jump on Thrall right there. I'm actually going to triple tap and point blank to try to save Sonya's life. That is enough to pick up the kill. And now I'm going to go ahead and walk away, get this shrine, and head home, because that was really sufficient. Looking at stats, 9 kills to 8, basically keeping even 26,000 damage. However, Kelth has 44,000. Siege Department, Asmodan with that 103, which is really, really good. 1,000, of course. If he was just doing 103, that would be like 1 dunk. Let's head to the top lane and grab that. I'm going to suggest to Sonya that she should get on the Dragon Knight, because one of the reasons why I haven't really been able to do much damage is because of the fact that I've been in that thing all the time. So maybe if she gets in there, I might be able to pick up a kill on somebody who's weak, or at the very least continue the harass that this build is designed after. Before I do that, I'm just going to go here and just clear these guys out really quickly, grab that Regen Orb, kill the weak ones, just to make sure that this lane gets pushed severely. Alright, let's head back to the middle lane. It looks like they did lose our charism. It means we don't have a healer. We have to be very careful about that. Kelthas likely has his Phoenix back. Yes, he does. Have to be very careful about the placement of that. It looks like Sylvanas going super deep. We're going to go ahead and drop a Hollow Decoy right there. And here comes the Snipe doing a ton of damage, basically keeping him back. That is going to keep him occupied for a second. It looks like Gaslit does pop a little bit of a mine right there. And they should be able to basically dump. Oh, Snipe there, right on Sylvanas. Basically continue to poke. Here comes the engagement on Thrall. I'm not afraid that I'm out of stealth, because of the fact that the way that this build works, and I do miss that Snipe. Let's go ahead and get in here on this Thrall, putting a Hollow Decoy. Great Sunder effect, but now here comes Sonya from behind. And we should be able to basically drop a little bit of damage there and auto attack, saving Asmodan, making sure we zone out for him. It looks like Sonya is going to be just fine. Next time we're going to be picking up, of course, is Rewind. That's going to allow us to basically shoot our Snipe twice. Now our problems are a little bit relieved as we are able to burst people down finally at level 20. You might say, well, Al, that's kind of silly, because Sonya, with Noah, you should be able to be bursting people down at a time. So let's go ahead and engage here. We're going to go pop it again. And then look at that. No problem kill, although that stun from Sonya was going to be great. I don't know if she landed it. Didn't look like it. Did she pick the talent? Did she? Yep, she did pick the talent where she always pulls her. So I don't think she landed that, which meant that we actually got the kill pretty much on our own with Garrus himself a little bit. Again, I'm not advocating that this build is the most efficient by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I would say that strong Snipe with Hollow Decoy is by far the most efficient thing you can do with Nova, because you can basically global somebody by just being near them. It looks like Gaslit does take these Giants. I don't want to get too cute. I know they have some members of the enemy team dead. Oh, but Gaslit is very, very injured. I am lagging, which is not great. Let's go ahead and just engage right there, pick up the kill on Gaslit. Punish him for thinking he can recall in the middle of a lane with a Nova just roaming around. And I know I haven't been the sneakiest of Novas, but come on, man. A little bit of respect goes a long way. Let's go ahead and face check this real quick. It looks like they're not grabbing them. Oh, Sylvanas right here with me. Let's go ahead and actually just engage on her. Doing a ton of damage, waiting for that Banshee to come up. Oh, it looks like she actually does pop it, but here comes... Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Oh, lots of damage coming out, but now I gotta be scared of that Thrall. He might have his Sunder back. I don't want to risk it. Let's go ahead and rejoin the friendly team here on the outskirts of town. As we go in here, I'm just going to snipe these guys to make sure we clear the lane. Not a big deal. As you can see, they're still leading the damage charts, though, which is to be expected considering my friendly team. I mean, only the Aspen, and I don't really think anybody else should expect to out-damage me. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom shrine, suggest they get the top one, and then maybe somebody will jump on that Dragon Knight. We do have Sylvanas on there in the bottom lane. 26 seconds to rewind. This is actually not the greatest thing. The best thing I can do is throw my Hollow Decoy there and hope that she engages on it. Gets distracted for a second, waiting, and she does actually get away, which is great, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to secure this, suggest that they grab that, and then get out as soon as this is done, because now she's basically going to have to come here, or basically lose the Dragon Knight, which is what's happening. Actually, I'm going to just go ahead and engage here. This is not the greatest thing. I do pop my rewind, and then I'm triple tapping point blank, and it's enough to kill her, although she does kill me as well. And that is an even Stevens 38,000 damage. How much is she doing? 29. So we're definitely out damaging her. Of course, she's died 4 times. We do die for the first time in the game. 15 kills to 11. Rather one-sided game in the sense of map control, but the kills at least are a little bit even. That is probably a dead Tyrael. Oh, really, really close. At least they didn't spread the living bomb like this. Oh no, don't blow up on him. It looks like Sonya manages to get away without any sort of further damage. Tyrael taking a little bit of damage, pops the shield. They should walk away. This is really not worth the chase anymore. The Dragon Knight is doing work here on the bottom lane. He's going to secure a keep no matter what happens here. So, it's in the best interest of the team for our guys to just leave. Any other things of interest as our Dragon Knight sits here and just sort of clovers this would be probably, I mean, Kelth is just doing excellent overall. Gaston not doing as well as Kelth. 100, well, he's probably jumping on the Dragon Knight, right? That would make the most sense. And of course, Thrall at 42,000. Nobody's really slouching in damage except for maybe Sonya, but of course she is trying to be a little bit tankier because of the fact that we do not have a main tank as you would. We have two bruisers in Tyrael and Sonya, who can both do a respectable amount of damage, but you also want to make sure you have a front line, particularly because we don't have a traditional carry. We have a Nova. So Nova, really, really strong champion. So you can see their 38,000 damage is not as good as Kel'Thuz's. Most of that is AoE, but it's especially if we're building traditionally, you can do a ton of bursts and you can get a couple kills, but you can't really do those like 5v5 sort of sustained fights the whole time. So looks like we're gonna try to engage there on Kel'Thuz, which is the target. Actually, I'm just gonna switch here to Sylvanas, do a ton of damage. Here comes the rewind. I don't want to miss that, so I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I actually missed it, but I'm just going to triple tap her. She does try to blink the other way. Basically, triple tap is the way that you play when you are you're tired and you're not really landing your skill shots this game. So you just pick up triple tap and then do the best you can. It looks like we're going to be able to do a ton of damage right there. Gravitron Bomb coming out. We're going to be able to avoid the majority of that. Throwing down a little bit of a slow, waiting and trying to juke the Gastel. There we go. And then we're going to throw some more snipes. Keep Karazim low is the name of the game, because now we're going to continue to push these catapults, doing a ton of damage to the core. And we're going to be able to snipe there. And there's the kill on Karazim. No problem. Look, I can land one. And now we're going to be able to slow this guy down. Poke him a couple times. 45,000 hero damage. 16 and 1. Scout Nova. You know, not the best, but alright. My name is Sal. I hope you enjoyed that silly video. And I'll see you all next time.